Hello and welcome to Monday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. The leader of Somerset County Council has told ITV News that the authority risks serious financial trouble unless severe cuts are made to its services.
Today it announced proposals to save around £15 million over the next 18 months, including reducing funding in children's services and scrapping some winter road gritting routes.
Well, Ben McGrail is outside County Hall in Taunton for us this evening. Ben, we could be talking about an unprecedented level of cuts here, couldn't we? Next on the programme, a Bristol rehabilitation centre that has been treating people with drug and alcohol addictions for 35 years is to close.
Despite high-profile support from celebrities like Russell Brand and Will Self in a recent fundraising campaign, Chandos House will close in 8 weeks. They say lives will be put at risk. This report now from Max Walsh. Now, people are being warned not to approach a man who's likely to be in Swindon after absconding from prison.
Thousands of people will be given the chance to have a stake in South West Water.
A new underground Eden project could be on its way to Dorset.
Now, with more than 130 transplant operations every year in Bristol alone, demand for organ donors remains high.
But across the country, around 3,000 potential life-saving transplants were missed last year because families refused donating their relatives' organs.
Well, the NHS is urging people to talk about the issue as part of Organ Donation Week. Kevin Ashford has this report.
Now you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us this evening. There's still plenty more to come on tonight's programme before 6:30, including...
And after us, the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30. Mary Nightingale has the details for you.
But next tonight on our programme, it's time for the sport, and Carrie Davis has joined us in the studio, as you can see. Carrie, we start with some big Formula One news.
Yes, we do indeed, Kylie. Somerset teenager Lando Norris will be racing for McLaren next season. The 18-year-old reserve Lando's progress for a while now. Here he is way back when he was karting at the age of just 14.
That's great news for Lando. They're funny seeing that old clip of him.
Yeah.
He's going to be in Formula One. Moving on to football, Carrie, great news for Bristol City. First home win of the season for them yesterday.
Yes, it was indeed. John T. Robbins fans will be feeling pretty positive after a 4-1 victory over Blackburn Rovers. It was City's first home win of the season, and they came back from 1-0 down as well. Goals from Josh Brownhill, Marley Watkins, Marlon Pack and the returning Famara Jeju clinched 3 points. Here's what the City fans had to say about the performance. Well, in League One, perhaps Bristol Rovers would have come away from Shrewsbury with a win if they hadn't been reduced to 10 men. Meanwhile, in League Two, Yeovil Town have now bagged their 5th unbeaten game.
So, Carrie, what do those results mean for the League Two table?
Well, we are just 6 games into the season, but it is worth taking a look at the way things are shaping up.
And of course, Carrie, football's not your thing. The rugby season back underway again this weekend.
Yes, it is. The Premiership season got underway, and first it's Danny Cipriani will talk about, who once again has been the Gloucester rugby player everyone else is talking about too. This time though for a standout performance on the field rather than misbehaviour off it. And unsurprisingly, lots of Bristol Bears fans have been in touch after their return to the Premiership on Friday. A West Country derby win against Bath at Ashton Gate gave Bears fans reason to celebrate. A positive start for the Bears then, but head coach Pat Lam admits his side will really be tested when they face title holders Saracens on Saturday. Certainly be an interesting watch on Saturday. And that is your sport.
OK, Carrie, thanks very much indeed. Loving hearing from fans this season as well. Now, summer is only just over, but some people are already turning their attention to Christmas.
Yes, would you believe it? It's time to tell you about this year's pantomime at the Bristol Hippodrome. Cinderella stars comedian Brian Connolly as Buttons and fashion expert Gok Wan as, of course, the fairy Gok Mother. Here's what happened when Sangeeta Lal tried to interview them both.
Answers, but they're perfect for panto. And what could be better for the fashionista Gok Wan than a story involving a makeover? They're starring in Cinderella, and Gok, Brian Connolly, plays Cinderella's best friend, Buttons. What? At a serious answer, but what I really wanted to know was how they're keeping audiences interested in such a well-known story.
It's Maeve, and that's so special, and kids aren't used to that. And the whole family, you know, how many...
And a much-loved comedian together.
It's completely...
Oh, they seem like a lot of fun.
Good
don't
laugh.
they?
Yeah, well done, Sangeeta, for getting any sense out of them at all. If you would like to see Got One and the rest of the cast of Cinderella giving us their very own version of Bristol Fashion Week, then do head to our website or Facebook page this evening. It's a lot of fun.
It's weather time now, though, and stage 3 of the Tour of Britain arrives in our region tomorrow, starting in this evening for the forecast. How's it looking particularly for tomorrow then, Alex? Alex, thanks very much. And just before we go, here's a reminder of the main headlines in the West Country this evening. The leader of Somerset...
That is it from us. I'll be back with the late news at 10:30.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.